Hello, in section 5.3, we're going to be looking at angle-angle similarity. If two angles of one triangle are congruent to two angles of another triangle, then the two triangles are similar. So that's saying that if angle A is congruent to angle F and angle B is congruent to angle G, then we know that triangle ABC is similar to triangle FGH. So this is kind of like our congruence postulates before when we had angle, side, side. Now we're looking at the similarity postulates. So this one is if we have two angles that are congruent, then the triangles are similar. So we're going to determine whether the triangles are similar and write the similarity statements and explain our reasoning. So in A, we have angle L is 57. We also have that angle M is 57, so we can see that angle L is congruent to angle M. And then we can solve for angle K by taking 180 and subtracting our 57 and 48. So we get that angle K is 75 degrees. So then we can see that angle K is congruent to angle P. So we can say angle K is congruent to angle P. And since we have two angles that are congruent, this is going to imply that triangle LKJ is similar to triangle MPQ. And so yes, these are similar by angle. Looking at B, we can see that we have vertical angles right here, so we know that those would be congruent. So we can say that angle RSX is congruent to angle WST. And then since we have parallel lines here, we can say one of these transversals have alternate interior angles. So we can say that angle X is congruent to angle T. And so since we have two angles that are congruent, we can say yes by angle. And then we can say that triangle RXS is similar to triangle WTS. So again, be careful matching up the corresponding parts of the triangle. Our next one is side similarity. So if corresponding side lengths of two triangles are proportional, then the triangles are similar. So this is saying that if JL over MQ, so these sides match up, equals JK over MP, which equals LK over QP. So if all the scale factors are the same, then triangle JLK is similar to triangle MQP. So again, this is side similarity, where the scale factors are all the same. And now you can see an example. Determine whether the triangles are similar. So write the similarity statement. So we're going to match up our 9 and our 6. So we can say 9 over 6. And we want to know if that equals matching up our sides here, our 7.5 and our 5, as if we're turning the triangle underneath. So that equals 7.5 over 5, which also equals 6 over 4. And we'll get that all of these are 1.5. So all of the scale factors are 1.5. So we'll get yes by side similarity. So our last one is side angle side similarity. So if the lengths of two sides of one triangle are proportional to the lengths of two corresponding sides of another triangle, and the included angles are congruent, then the triangles are similar. So this is saying that if SR over YX equals ST over YZ, and that angle S is congruent to angle Y, then we will see that triangle RST is similar to triangle XYZ. So again, that side angle side similarity, and note again the angle has to be between the two proportional sides. So determine whether the triangles are similar, and if so, write a similarity statement. So in A, we can see that we have vertical angles, and then we can see corresponding sides here. So we can take 20 over 10 and see if that equals 22 over 11. So we'll get 2 equals 2, and then we can see that angle TWZ is congruent to angle YWX. And so then we have yes by side angle side. On the right here, we can see that we have a smaller triangle here within our big triangle. So we're going to take our 10 over our 25, which is this whole length. And we want to know if that equals our 12 over our 30, because this whole length is 30. So we get 0.4 equals 0.4. So check. And then we also see that we have angle M here in both triangles. So we get angle M is congruent to angle M. And again, note, we talked about reflexive property. So we can say, yes, they are similar. So triangle NMP is similar to triangle RMS by side angle side. So here we have that angle ADB is a right angle. We want to know which of the following would not be sufficient to prove that triangle ADB. So this triangle right here is congruent to BDC. So here's our right angle in that triangle. So if we have AD over B, AB over BD, and then BD over CD, that would give us our side angle side, because our angle would be in the middle. If we had angle ABD, it's congruent to angle C, that would give us angle-angle similarity. If we had AB over BC, that would be matching our hypotenuse. And then BD over CD, but that would be matching the two angles, or two shorter sides, but note that here our angle is not between the two sides. So our answer would be B would not give us enough information because our angle would not be between the two sides. So here, given that RS is parallel to UT, we want to find RQ and QT. So since we have parallel lines, we know that our alternate interior angles are congruent, so we can mark those. And we want to find RQ and QT. So the triangles are similar by AA. And so then we know that our 4 over our 10 for our scale factor has to equal our x plus 3 over our 20x plus 10 for the same scale factor. So cross multiplying, we get 8x plus 40 is going to equal 10x plus 30. So we'll get 10 equals 2x. So we get 5 to be our x. Plugging that back in up here for our RQ, we'll get 5 plus 3. So we'll get RQ to be 8. And then 2 times 5 is 10, plus another 10. So we get our QT to be 20. And here, given that AB is parallel to DE, we want to find the length of the lake. So again, since we have parallel, we know that alternate interior angles are congruent. So they're similar by AA. And we want this length right here. We want the length of AB. And so since those are similar, you can see kind of turning the right triangle under. We can match up our 50 and our 200 to get our scale factor. And then we want that to equal 40 over the length of our AB. So cross multiplying and dividing, we'll get that the length of AB is equal to 160 meters. So the length of our lake is 160 meters. So good luck on the homework. Thanks for listening.